Hey guys, it's LukeMan97. Welcome back to another video in World of Warships Blitz. And I know today isn't going to be our normal type of video. You guys are used to getting ship reviews. The Friedrich Golsen I've already reviewed, so this isn't a review. What I'm actually doing today is we're going to go and we're going to talk about bots today. And what I think the game needs to do to improve them, how I think they are, and what they're like. So yeah, let's go and see if we can spot some problems with bots, which shouldn't be too hard. And you guys will notice I'm doing this in a ship I've already reviewed just to make it easier. I think on Thursday this week I might bring you guys a review on the Italian Tier 9 battleship Lepanto. It's my other Tier 9, but I'm getting fairly close to the Cristoforo Colombo Tier 10, so I kind of want to bring you guys a review on the Lepanto before I get there. Pretty useless to call out the teams. They have only a Tier 8 battleship, only one of them, so, and obviously they're bots, so this should be pretty easy, but yeah, let me show you guys what is wrong with bots. Sorry for the Japanese still, I guess it should be German since we're playing a German ship. I just never really change it too much. As you can see, we have 4 sonars on this thing. That's because earlier I mistakenly selected extra sonar on the Bismarck, because the Bismarck only had 2 originally, so it gives you 3, but the Grossen and the Kurfürst have 3 default, so I get 4, which is kind of useless, but whatever. That's one thing bots will do that are on your team. They'll cut you off like that, which is kind of annoying because it cuts your speed, but there, you can see that's one thing bots will do. They'll kind of like glitch turn sideways, but more on that in a minute. There's the North Carolina. That'll probably be the most stable target. If I can get this aimed properly. I don't play much on my phone, so it's kind of hard. It's a small screen. And everything missed. As you can see, I just Citadel to cow with secondaries. See, that's something bots will do right there. I know that he's not technically doing it yet, but bots rarely ever use their torps, so you never really have to worry about that. But so that's one thing with bots. It's kind of unrealistic. Where players obviously use their torps, but bots will still launch torps, but a lot of times they'll miss because they don't aim it really good. That's something bots will do. See how that North Carolina is turning? He's basically like making a 360 degree turn or something like that. But yeah, they can just all of a sudden glitch turn sideways. They don't have to actually turn like the players do, which that's one thing wargaming, if you're watching this video, which I doubt you are, but if you are, that's one thing you guys need to fix, because it's an issue where the bots are allowed to just turn like that, because it's unfair, kind of, honestly, because the players aren't allowed to do that, obviously, so, you know. Another thing bots will not do is they won't use Damacon kits, and I know the Friedrich Golsen isn't really the best ship to display that on because it can't really set many fires or obviously no floods, so yeah, after this one we'll do another battle and I'll use a different ship. We'll model that better. Okay, so let's stop here. That's what happens when you're in a German ship and you get bombed and stuff. We should have this CV out of the way in a second, and that should be the end of him. Okay, we should have this guy out of the way now. And they should have the cruiser under control. But, yeah, okay, so I don't know if you guys saw much of it, but here are the things I think is wrong with bots. They don't act like real players because, number one, they'll all of a sudden do that thing where they just randomly turn sideways, and number two, they don't use Damacon kits like a player would. If they get set on fire or they get a flood, it just goes on until it's done because they don't use Damacons. Which, honestly, I'm not opposed to them not using Damacons because it gives you a bunch of more free damage. So I'm not really wanting that to get buffed. I'm just saying it's not realistic. But I don't really care about the Damacon thing. That's not really an issue. The biggest issue I'm seeing here is the fact that they can just turn 180 degrees randomly like that in like 1 second, where obviously a player can't do that. So kind of annoying, you know, if you launch your torps or you shoot your shots and they just randomly turn out of the way and avoid it. So let me grab a destroyer or something that can set fires better. Let's see. De Grasse, that can set fires really good. I'll grab that and we'll see what I mean about the Damacons. But yeah, about as far as and then another thing is, they have like the best torpedo dodging skills out of anything. And you'll see that probably with the De Grasse. You got to get right up along them if you want to hit all your torps. Because the problem is, if you launch them from a ways away like you would with a player, obviously a player can avoid them too. But the bots will just do their like glitch turning thing where they kind of like just drift to the side or whatever to avoid the torps. So they have like really, really good glitchy torpedo dodging skills. So yeah, no Damacon using, no, which like I said, I don't really care about. It's just not realistic. The drifting sideways, obviously, don't really like, and the perfect torpedo dodging most of the time is also kind of annoying. But, and also another thing is bot carriers, like, okay, we do have a carrier in this game. Bot carriers, they will not start sending out planes until they see a target. Like, let's see. Is he sending out? Well, okay, so targets are spotted, but he's still not sending planes. They should be sending them in a minute. But, you know, like, a regular player's carrier, normally if they're smart, they'll start scouting with their planes before targets are spotted, so targets can be seen. But bots, carriers do not do that. So that's another thing that I'd like to get, that's not very realistic. See, he's probably going to dodge this perfectly. Or actually, he's not going to. Oh, he actually took them all. I didn't think that would happen. Also didn't think that'd be enough to kill him, but apparently it was. But see, I just set the New Mexico on fire there, and he's not Damaconing it at all. They never do that. Let's get this Nicholas out of the way, maybe. You see, that New Mexico is kind of doing that turning thing. Okay, we gave him another fire to deal with. More fire, see, and he's not Damaconing at all. Okay, let's see if he avoids these torps. Those should actually take him out, because, yeah, he's not really, they're not doing a great job of avoiding it right now, but trust me, they do sometimes do a great job of avoiding it. I actually haven't seen any aircraft out yet, which that's kind of weird. I don't know if it's bugged right now. They usually do send out aircraft, but they never scout like a normal player would, which isn't very realistic, but which isn't nice for your team. It doesn't really matter. For the enemy team, it's actually kind of nice, probably. It's not a thing, but there's another fire. Oh yeah, here comes the aircraft. We should have this guy out of the way in a second. No, never mind. The New Mexico stole it. Okay, see, I'm just going to send some torps at that Congo there, and you're going to see what I mean. He's going to probably avoid those perfectly. I think the bots have been remastered somewhat recently. Well, he didn't avoid them perfectly, actually. But, yeah, I think the bots have been somewhat remastered recently because it seems like their torpedo dodging skills are a bit more realistic now. And it also seems like... Oh, shoot, that Pensacola is going to steal it, isn't he? Okay, got him. Okay. But, yeah, I think their torpedo dodging skills have been buffed a little bit recently, so thank you, Wargaming, for doing that. Feels like it's a bit more realistic now for dodging torps. And, but as far as the lag turning and all of that, that has not been buffed at all. And it's especially bad on, like, really, really heavily, like, the Atlantic or Fault Line, those maps that have tons of islands. It's especially bad there because their pathing can get messed up by the islands. So, yeah, I think the torpedo dodging skills is a bit better, but the turning, the bot carriers not sending out planes till they spot targets, and the no Damacon usage, it's... I just accidentally... But, like I said, it's not a thing with bots. So we'll just see here if we can see anything more. And this will be the last battle, and then I'll wrap it up. No, this is actually not a carrier battle, so we don't have the carrier issue. But, yeah, I'm not really opposed to the Damacons, to bots not using Damacons, but if you want it to be completely realistic, you would want them to use Damacons. I don't really care because it actually helps you get more damage by fire and flooding, so it's kind of nice, honestly. But, you know, for the people that want it to be completely realistic. Okay, I need some backup in here, probably. See, that Furutaka's doing that glitch turning thing. Ah, shoot, I missed all those torps. The aiming indicator on the Furutaka messed me up there. Let me just finish off that Fubuki with the guns. Okay, we did hit some torps, though, over there, it looks like. Don't you guys just hate that when you run into an island and your guns are in the wrong place? Can I aim, please? Thank you. Okay, hopefully that'll be the end of the Fubuki. There we go. I haven't been getting any fires yet, which is kind of unfortunate. I need to get out from behind this island, though, because that's really messing me up. See how that Furutaka's doing some stuff? Let's see if I launch torps at the Omaha from here, what the reaction is. Yeah, see, he's already turned to avoid them. I don't know if that was a reaction to the torps or if that was just a turning reaction, but... And there yeah, I think that was a reaction to the torps. He just turned more there to avoid stuff. Another Omaha stole. That's another thing with bots. I don't know if this is... It's not really something that needs to be fixed, but it's kind of annoying because you'll basically have a kill basically in your reach, and then the bots will just steal it. I mean, I don't think that's something that needs to be fixed, really, because players do the same thing. It's just... It really annoys me because... Especially in a random game where there is real players, and you just get a kill stolen by a bot. That's just so annoying. Actually, another thing with these bots is a lot of times your torpedo indicator will actually, like the aiming cone, will jump around when it's a bot because, I don't know, maybe it's something with the bots, but it just makes it jump around. There's our first fire, finally. I think he's just going to burn up, honestly, and ouch, that hurt. See, that's what I mean. At the last second, the bots will just steal your kill, which, I mean, players do it too. It's just really, really irritating because... You'll think you have a kill, and then it'll just be, like, stolen. Okay, I think we capped out the area here. Yeah, we did. Well, anyways, guys, that was just my thoughts on bots. A little bit shorter video than usual, but yeah, those are just my thoughts on bots and what I think about them, and how I think they need to be fixed. I think the bots were designed a long time ago, like when the game was first designed, and I think that's why maybe they're kind of like old and outdated like that and have issues because maybe they haven't been updated in a while. But I think the torpedo thing has been updated, so that's nice. But another thing, yeah, is bots don't really aim their torpedoes properly either. They'll just aim it and randomly launch it, which sometimes it'll hit, but most times it doesn't. So you could make that could be more realistic as well, and also which would be way more devastating if they could. And also a lot of times bots can only fire like one torpedo launcher. They can't take advantage of all the torpedoes on their ship. It's the same thing with the guns sometimes. Sometimes they'll fire full salvos, but sometimes bots can only fire like half salvo or something because it's just coded that way. I guess in some ways it's nice that they're kind of have these defects because it makes them easier to play against than real players. Like if they could launch their torps at you or shoot all their guns, then they'd be like real players. But definitely the turning thing needs to be repaired because that's unrealistic. The torpedo and gun thing is more probably just to keep them where they're worse than real players. But yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts on bots, what I think they need to be fixed. Thank you guys for listening to me, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button, the like button, turn on notifications, and let me know down below in the comments if if I missed anything, and let me know. Okay, thank you guys. See you in the next one.